Good evening, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you for coming this evening to the Aga Khan Museum to commemorate the opening of Syria, A Living History. I'm pleased, first of all, to acknowledge some very distinguished guests among us tonight. The Honorable Mélanie Joly, the Minister of Canadian Heritage, and also the Honorable John McCallum, the Minister of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship. It's an honor to have you here. My name is Henry Kim, and I'm the Director and CEO of the Aga Khan Museum. I'm very pleased to share this moment with you, as I do not believe that there has been a topic more in our minds than Syria in recent years. Who could have foretold that the conflict that arose from the embers of the Arab Spring in 2011 would still be raging, unresolved, and unrelenting over 6 years later? The isolation that most people in the world normally feel to conflict, sitting thousands of miles away in the comfort we are accustomed to, and with the truthful lies we tell ourselves. It can't be as bad as they say. It will get better. It will be over soon. This isolation would be inconveniently broken by this particular conflict. It was the year 2015 that changed all of this. As the year began, the refugee crisis truly erupted on the world stage, as the news reported on boats filled with tens of thousands of refugees landing on the shores of Europe, and then beginning their migration over land into the heart of Europe. For me personally, it was 21 days in the summer of 2015 that forever changed my mind. In August, we learned of the murder of the Syrian archaeologist, Professor Khalid al-Assad, a friend and colleague to many of us, who heroically chose to remain in Palmyra, dedicated to his science. This was followed by images of the destruction of the temple of Baal Shahim in Palmyra. The most powerful shock, a truly pivotal moment, took place in early September, when images emerged of a toddler washed up on a beach near Bodrum in Turkey. We later learned his name was Alan Kurdi from Kobani. Syria became a global issue. It became an important national issue in many countries, changing the course of politics through the responses of governments and people to the humanitarian crisis that was unfolding. I applaud what Canada has done in opening its borders, and what Canadians have done in opening the doors to tens of thousands of refugees. I applaud everyone here who has supported Syrian refugees and the many organizations that have been formed for their aid, as well as the Syrian families who are here tonight. I have to say thank you so very much. As a museum and arts organization, what role can we play? I personally believe the work that museums do should and must be relevant to the issues of today. They should reflect our times and resonate with the questions that are top of our mind. Museums and the arts can be responsive. They can be brave. As we reviewed in this museum in September of last year, our programming for 2016, we made a quick decision to find space in our program schedule for a season devoted to the culture and heritage of Syria. We felt there was clear need to create programs that offered our public with a chance to learn more about the remarkable history and artistic heritage of this region, to understand who are the Syrians, both in the past and in the present. Syria, A Living History brings together artifacts and artworks that tell a different story of the country, one of cultural diversity, historical continuity, resourcefulness, and resilience. It shows that Syrians are Hittites and Sumerians, Greeks and Persians, Romans and Byzantines, Mamluks and Ottomans. They are the people in the news today, and they are our neighbors. They are now our neighbors who live next door. Syria, a living history, is what the Aga Khan Museum truly stands for. Opened just 2 years ago, the museum's mission is to connect cultures through the arts, offering our public with windows onto worlds unknown. It is here to inspire cultural dialogues and to promote a better understanding of the other so that we have better knowledge of our world today. I wish to thank all of you, our patrons and donors, our sponsors and partners, for all the support you have shown in these 2 years and also in helping us create this exhibition that we opened today. Your efforts have allowed us to present this exciting and internationally important exhibition and its accompanying rich programming to Toronto for the first time. Now, to create this exhibition, we had to work very quickly, thinking of these ideas in late 2015 and then putting it all together pretty much in under 9 months. I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge the unprecedented support of so many leading international institutions and private individuals for this exhibition, including, and it's all up there, right there, the Musée du Louvre in Paris, the Museum of Islamic Art in Berlin, the Forte Asiatische Museum in Berlin, the Metropolitan Museum in New York, the Royal Ontario Museum here in Toronto, which is the greatest lender of all objects to this exhibition, the Itassi Foundation here in Dubai, and Marilyn and Marshall Wolf, who have lent the textiles and the carpets for this exhibition. I must also thank, probably more than anyone else, our 2 curators, Dr. Nasser Rabat and Dr. Phyllis Shakir-Phillip, and our historical expert, Dr. Ross Burns, for their dedication in creating this exhibition in such a short period of time. I won't ask you to do it again. Until next year. I'd finally like to acknowledge another very important partner in this exhibition, UNESCO. UNESCO has extended its patronage to this exhibition and all of its programs. And the support of UNESCO, both on the national and on the international level, has been magnificent. Dr. Irina Bokova, the Director-General of UNESCO, regrettably could not be here with us tonight. However, she has recorded an introduction for our annual lecture that will take place this Sunday in this auditorium, to be delivered by the Director-General of Antiquities and Museums for Syria, Dr. Mamoun Abdul Karim, who is here with us tonight. And there are a few tickets left, so if you want any, let us know. Dr. Bokova has very kindly recorded an introduction to this lecture, which UNESCO has very kindly allowed us to present here at the opening tonight. So here's the video from Dr. Bokova.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm deeply honored to participate in opening this exhibition, Syria, a Living History, at the Aga Khan Museum, and to introduce my dear friend, Dr. Mamoun Abdul Karim, the Director-General of Antiquities in Syria. We see today in Syria unimaginable human loss and the deliberate destruction of unique cultural heritage and diversity. All 6 of Syria's World Heritage properties are damaged. 60% of the old city of Aleppo is destroyed. Countless archaeological sites are looted. Last April, I sent a rapid assessment mission to Palmyra, confirming its museum has suffered heavy damage and the temples of Bel, Baal Shamin, and the Ark of Triumph had been destroyed. No one knows better these challenges than Dr. Abdul Karim. In the most dire circumstances, the Directorate-General for Antiquities and Museums has worked tirelessly to protect Syria's cultural heritage and to mobilize the international community. UNESCO is answering this call. We are leading forward the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2199 to impose a global moratorium on trade in illegally exported artifacts from Iraq and Syria. We are working with partners to end the financing of terrorism through illicit trafficking. We have adopted an emergency action plan for Syria to mitigate damage, evacuate thousands of threatened objects, and plan for recovery. The UNESCO office in Beirut is training Syrian professionals in documentation, archiving, damage assessment, and emergency interventions through EU-funded projects with the support of the governments of Flanders and Austria. In this context, the message of this exhibition could not be more important. Syria's cultural heritage dates back thousands of years. This is a history of constant exchange, diversity, and resilience. This is a history that carries special meaning for every Syrian woman and man, and that belongs to all of us, that is woven into the history we all share as a single humanity. We must protect this past to build a better future for all. In this spirit, I thank again the Aga Khan Museum and all partners engaged in this unique exhibition. We must stand up for the cultural heritage and diversity of Syria, because this is standing up to the humanity we all share. Thank you.